Masturbation.
Why are you watching?
What the fuck is that? Dude, we can't afford a John Williams fanfare. That shit's expensive.
Ah, fuck it. Just start the show. Did you guys hear, I forget what state it's in my laptop's over there, but Lowe's, a lady went in there and ordered some shit, and she requested, according to people in the store, she refused to be helped by any black salespeople or any black people that worked there. And when she bought the shit, requested only white delivery drivers. So they sent this guy, this black guy, driving the truck with this white guy with him, and you get a phone call when they're on their way to deliver the shit, and says from their manager, turn the truck around, because I don't remember what the guy's name was. I think it started with a B, either that or that was the guy next to him. Turn around because he can't deliver the shit. She requested no black people. We gotta send a white driver.
I would be outraged.
Rightfully so, if you are that driver. Rightfully so.
I would have sent two black guys.
He turned.
Me too.
He turned
Two
around.
black guys, a Mexican and an Asian.
Yeah.
He turned around and they got back, and the guy, the white kid that was with him, they looked at him and said, "We need you to go with this white driver to deliver the shit." And that kid said, "Fuck you! I ain't doing it unless I'm with him." So
Good for him.
kudos
Good for him.
kids.
Yeah.
Did he get fired?
Lowell's, no, here's the thing. Lowell's actually fired all the managers responsible for saying this is acceptable.
They should have.
Yep.
Yes.
Here is my other problem, and here is the question. Even in the automotive industry, doesn't matter what color you are, the customer is always right.
Well,
Now, my question is,
that actually didn't. That used to be that way.
it used to be that way. I understand we're a little sensitive nowadays, a little bit sensitive. What would have happened if the managers would have said no, and that lady pitched an absolute fit, and Lowe's would have yelled at the managers? Why
Well,
didn't you deliver the stuff?
here's
All
the
she's
thing.
saying is she wanted white people to deliver it. I'm just asking. To me, I think it's a catch-22.
Lowell's.
I think the manager should have got fired personally, but I wouldn't put it behind Lowell's upper higher bastards to flip it around if it would have been reversed. Paulie.
Lowell's was trying to divert themselves away from a potential lawsuit, which would have came from the NCAAP,
NAACP.
those guys. Instead of, they took the chance of firing the managers because they have the right to fire and hire. I don't know what state it is, but I'm sure it's a right to
I
hire
think it
and
was
fire
Georgia.
state.
Not really certain though.
Yeah,
It's over there in the laptop.
But I think what they were trying to do was keeping from a lawsuit that would have not only cost them a lot of money, but it would have looked bad in the paper.
I think they were right to do it. I mean, the manager should
Yeah,
never.
I think they were right.
Manager should have walked the woman out of the store
I-
initially and said, "You know what? We are going to invoke our right to refuse service to you."
I think the manager should have just said, "Look, we don't pick the drivers. They get these orders as it comes up, and if you can't take a black man, then go to someplace else that can accommodate you."
Oh, I wouldn't have even been that nice. I would have walked her right up.
No, see, I say that rather than lose that
I'm
customer.
sorry. We're all out of 2x4s.
Right?
That's what I would have done. Nope, we don't have any paint here.
I honestly just wonder if the Lowell's upper echelons did that.
They wouldn't have fired him. They wouldn't have fired the managers for refusing if it was Lowe's in Wisconsin, because our state would not allow them.
I understand that. I'm just saying if the shoe was on the other foot and that lady would have pissed them on that she didn't get service, would Lowell's have done the same thing and reprimanded people for
No,
not
they
doing
wouldn't
what the
have fired all the
customers wanted?
managers.
Not saying they would have fired them, but would they have reprimanded her for not providing the service that she wanted? Because in all honesty, and I agree what they did, But all Lowe's gives a shit about now is because now they can say, hey, we don't allow this. Look at the good we did. All they really give a shit about is making motherfucking money. Because they sent the district guy down and said, oh, we apologize for this. This should have never happened. And left it at that.
Yeah, there's a lot of simpler things they could have done, but you're right. It's a thing that now they can say, hey, we don't allow discrimination. And look at how many places are always getting hit with that whole discrimination thing. I mean, the blacks are about ready to uprise, and we can't have that.
Like I said, I have no
Watts will
problem
be
with what
burning
they did.
again.
But I don't think Lowe's
Did
gives
I
two
say
pinches
that?
of shit like they're making it out to be.
I
don't think they do. I think much like other big corporations, they're just out to fucking make money.
Probably, but the manager should have been fired because they shouldn't have even sold the lady anything. They should have walked her out of the store. That's my opinion. That's why I'm voting. If it's a vote.
But the customer's always right.
No.
Timmy?
Customer always thinks they're right, Paulie.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing though. Then why do you, as a store, not take the product back and give the lady her money back?
They would have to, I would think. Unless she used some of it, and she couldn't have because it wasn't delivered.
They
Actually,
should
was
have just
delivered.
told her that's not the way it works. You get who you get. And if she said, well, then forget it, then that's fine. She would have walked out, taken her business, who knows how much the business was worth.
We actually,
Farm and Fleet Farm.
John and I actually kind of had this discussion
I don't
last
think they
night.
have a farm and fleet.
Because we were talking about the rights of private business owners versus
It's a
the right
Midwest
to not
thing.
discriminate.
Menards too.
Menards Midwest?
Yeah. I don't think they're down south of it.
And because he had asked, what about the rights of a extremely religious bakery owner who doesn't want to sell cakes to homosexuals who are getting married? Okay, and it just goes on the discrimination thing. And what I said to him was that bakery could certainly not carry statues for the top of their cake that have 2 men or 2 women on them. And they could certainly say, we're not making that a giant penis cake, you know what I mean? But if a couple walks in and orders a normal cake and they're fine with the fare the store has to offer, then you're discriminating. And we don't allow discrimination based on race, color, creed, or now sexual orientation. Pete's absolutely right. They should have walked that bitch right out of the store.
I agree with you.
So I can get a cake for gays, but I can't get a giant penis cake?
No, maybe you can.
There's
some
erotic
places.
cake places all over.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Never mind. I'm just curious.
I'm just wondering what you guys feel if you actually think that Lowe's did this just to be, hey, look at us, we're the fucking good guys.
That's what I think.
I don't think they're not capitalizing on it because it's good PR, but I think they fired the managers because the managers deserved to be fired, and then somebody realized this is a good PR stunt.
But
Ben,
and you have to look
see
at
good in corporations.
Did they
There's no
fire?
good
Did
in
they?
corporations.
Did they fire the managers because of the shit that's going on?
I think they fired the managers because of what happened, not to make a publicity stunt.
But it kind of shows you that how did those managers how were they able to be managers at that store and have that kind of attitude? I would say their corporate
'Cause you
training leaves a lot to be desired
can
when
be-
it
right.
comes to diversity and ethics and basic law. You know,
Well, the
like
point
most
is,
companies, they
you
pro-
can still be a bigoted asshole and be the manager of a Lowe's store.
Well, but like
And
most companies, they
that's
push.
right, and that's your right to be a bigoted
Pete.
asshole. Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking to Paul.
Ben was talking to Paulie too.
But like most companies, during their customer service training, they push customer service.
Do what you gotta do to make the sale.
Right. So I don't think it's something that has ever come up in its sales training.
This day and age, it should.
It should.
It should. But I mean,
In this day and
technically,
age,
by
it
their
should.
She can't be the first person that did that.
oh no,
And
I
they're
don't think
probably
she is the
bigoted
first.
assholes.
There's a lot of bigoted assholes.
And-
honestly, if you're the manager of a place and the lady says, "I don't want to be helped by that," it's no different than someone. Not that I'm saying I agree with what she did, but it's no different than walking in a car dealership and saying, "I'm not dealing with him. I want so and so or whatever."
I want the cute girl, not the.
Yeah, I
guy.
want the girl with the big knockers, not the one that's flat chested, but her ass is too big to fit through a 14-foot garage.
That's
door.
not being a racist. That's being a
Sexist.
idiot.
But you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just sat there and said, "Well, we do what we gotta do to get the sale." They never even. I agree. They should have fired him, but they never asked him what their mindset was.
See,
Maybe
but
they
you
did.
mentioned car sales, and I will tell you, when I sold cars, they told us unless that person asks for a salesman by name or has that salesman's business card, you take the up you get. There
Well,
was no,
right.
I don't like you, and
We get people who say that though. I don't like my experience with him. Give me somebody else.
And
That's the only reason I was
and that's
using that.
different.
Right.
They don't like their experience. But honestly, and anybody out there shopping for cars right now, don't take the hottie with the big boobs. Find the lady that you don't find attractive.
Right.
Because she's going to try harder to earn your sale. Because the hottie with the big tits has been sliding
Already
because
knows
she's a
she's
hottie
got
with
the
big
sale.
tits. She knows she's got it.
But I was going to buy the car anyway, so I wanted her shoving her boobs in my face a few times before I bought it.
I'm just saying.
I would have to agree. I don't remember which one you two said. I think it was Pete who said their training needs to be in question, and I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that, especially this day and age.
I
Because
was,
you have to think, and not being ignorant isn't an excuse.
everybody's training needs to be included for these
No.
situations now. Because
There's a
like
lot
I
of
said,
ignorant
it's
people out
probably
there.
not that their training was lacking. It's that this situation, nobody ever thought it would come up anymore.
Oh, I have a hard, especially down there. I have a hard.
I've
time.
been through a shit ton of sales training, and never once has anybody told me, and management training, never once has anybody told me how to handle somebody who's a bigoted ass. I just know how to do it. You know what I mean? I would have walked them out the fucking door, and if the business told me I was wrong for doing it, I would have said, write me the fuck up and I will sue the shit out of you for even trying. But I just mean, nobody's ever,
I hear you.
it's never been any part of, racial sensitivity has never been part of any training I've had. I've had a ton of sexual harassment training too. I think
Yeah, it was big.
I think it's right for a long
Yeah.
time it was, and it's the wrong answer when they say, Ben, you have to go to sexual harassment training this week, and you go, what do I need training? I'm good at it. That's the wrong answer. It's a good thing Al was my boss.
I just don't. I don't think we should be commending Lowell's for this. I guess is what I'm saying.
I don't necessarily think Lowe should be commended for doing the right thing,
I don't.
but it was the right thing.
Commending. I think commending is part of public opinion. And when I look at it, I mean, they did the right thing by firing the managers, but then I question Lowe's as to why their managers why they did that in the first place, and I hold them responsible at some point.
You need to take that driver, that black driver, and that white kid sitting next to them, and they need to be the fucking managers of that Lowell's.
Yeah, things are different in Georgia. Than
I'm just saying, that white kid, honestly, put his
When I
job
lived
on
in
the line, and he's
Kentucky,
like,
it
no,
was-
I'm not
it was
doing what you
weird.
told me to do.
Well, because he showed integrity.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is
And that black driver went, why the fuck can I not go deliver this shit? It's my job.
Can't go because you're black. Sorry. That doesn't sound good, does it?
No, but that's pretty much what they
That's
said.
what they were saying.
I give a lot of fucks that this happened, but I
I didn't even know it happened.
just
Virginia.
I have
what
a
happened.
it was West Virginia. I just have a problem with Lowell's now, I guess.
Well, they're a bunch of hillbillies down there. What do they know about race?
Was it Lowell's? Did I get that right?
Yep.
Okay. I was gonna say I read the fucking thing.
They fired 3 people for it.
So did the woman ever get her stuff?
And especially with the shit going on in the world, I mean, now what? St. Louis and Ferguson are state of emergency again?
Burning
You're gonna-
again.
You're gonna allow this shit to happen?
Burning again.
You know what I mean? Fucking Lowell's.
Fucking Lowell's.
Who's got something else?
Glad I don't shop at Lowell's.
I've
Do we
got-
have one in Green Bay?
But
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, we got to vote on this. I give a 5-fuck commendation to that kid who refused to go.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did well. He's the only one that really came out.
Yeah.
doing the right thing.
It's his partner.
Right, but
Shit
it's
on
the
my
right
partner, you shit on me.
Yep. Good for him.
Fuck yeah.
Probably only making 7.25. Anyway.
Probably.
Maybe 8.
Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good. I just wanted